You ever wake up to the sound of a brass band and think, well, today's the day my life turns into a sitcom nobody would believe? Yeah, that's how it started for me. 6:03 in the morning, still in my bathrobe, coffee halfway to my lips and out on my driveway is a full-blown ribbon-cutting ceremony. Not kidding. 2 clarinets, some poor soul banging on a cowbell, and the HOA president herself, Gloria Pennington, snipping a big red ribbon right across my private road like she's unveiling a new Target store. Behold Karen's Way, a community thoroughfare, she shouts as a parade of golf carts rolls up behind her, all pastel colors and blinding headlights, acting like they're liberating Paris by way of the cul-de-sac. Now, my name's Evan Rohr, and I moved out to this quiet edge of Maple Quarry Estates for one reason: privacy. I bought a single acre away from all the drama, and my deed comes with a 420-foot gravel easement shaded by old oaks, strictly mine to maintain and mine to use. I keep to myself coffee dark enough to scare off the sun, fixing up old radios in the garage, waving at neighbors when it feels right, and crucially enjoying my total immunity from HOA rules. That's right, my little patch is outside their reach. No mailbox height measurements, no fines for planting the wrong grass, none of it. Honestly, it's a slice of freedom. But you see, there's always one. Enter Gloria razor-straight bangs, that voice set to policy alert at all times. She runs the Maple Quarry HOA like it's boot camp. And let's be honest, the neighborhood's neat because she rules it with the warmth of a tax audit and the flexibility of a cinder block. But my lot, it's the Switzerland of the block-neutral territory. That fact drove Gloria nuts. She couldn't stand having someone so close to her kingdom who just didn't play by her rule book. So what does she do? Wakes up one night probably sipping cold decaf by her laminator and invents a new phrase, latent amenity. Next thing I know, she puts up a big sign at the entrance to my road: HOA trail members only stroll with purpose. You can't make this up. And suddenly, twice a week, she's leading wellness marches right down my drive. Binoculars in hand, grading my curtain choices on Nextdoor. Yes, that happened, and leaving flyers under my door that read, "Your private road is isolating you from community joy." One even suggested I could embrace neighborly connection through shared pathways. Right? Because nothing says neighborly like trespassing. So I go out and, as politely as possible, remind her, this road is not in the HOA, she's trespassing and she needs to stop. Her response: she hands me a $250 fine for non-participation in neighborly spirit and creating a hostile walking environment. On letterhead, with her own face as a watermark, no less. I wish I was joking. Now, Gloria doesn't just stop there. She ups the ante. Chalk arrows all over my gravel reflective stakes marking her so-called pedestrian safety zone, even a QR code on a post that links to a 15-page rant about why roads are feelings and how we heal through shared concrete. One morning I wake up to find she's painted my mailbox a shade called ecru, leaving a note that it better fits the HOA's approved palette. If you're wondering, ecru only matched her delusions, not my property. The final straw, I get a letter from the county parks department. Gloria had registered my private easement as a micro greenway without my knowledge, without my permission. So I put up a gate. Not a fence, not some act of war, just a simple legal cattle panel gate with a digital keypad and a sign: private road. No HOA jurisdiction, no trespassing. You'd think that'd end it. Instead, Gloria calls in what she calls a citizen's tow, tries to get my gate hauled off like an abandoned Buick. The tow truck guy takes one look, shakes his head, and backs away like he stumbled into a reality show. That's when Gloria calls the sheriff, full throttle drama, claiming I'm blocking emergency access to a public right-of-way, endangering the sacred cardiovascular health of the walking brigade. The deputy comes out, checks the plat map. reads my deed, taps a few keys on his laptop, and lets out a long, slow whistle. Sir, this is your property, your road. They've got no right to be here. But here's where the twist hits while reviewing the county's new micro-greenway paperwork. A sharp-eyed county engineer spots a forged dedication of easement from the HOA, complete with a notary signature from someone who'd been dead for 15 years. Yeah, Gloria's crusade just took a hard left from annoying to criminal. Time to lawyer up. I hire Sarah Chen, quiet as a mouse, sharp as a laser. She files suit for quiet title trespass, slander of title, all the works. We get an immediate restraining order, no more HOA events, no more signs, no more Gloria turning my driveway into a parade route. The sheriff himself posts the order right on Gloria's beloved HOA bulletin board next to her laminated approved pet walking patterns and don't overwater the hydrangeas. Now, Discovery opens the HOA's files like a can opener on a tin of crazy. Turns out Gloria was emailing the board encouraging them to touch the gate daily, so it learns love and accepts our presence. Another email showed HOA funds spent on road annexation celebrations. That's right, 48 monogrammed kazoos, each one inscribed "Walking Makes Us Whole," and of course her initials. And then there's the kicker, Gloria's resistance log, where she documents my crimes against community, like drinking coffee alone on my porch, refusing to acknowledge wellness walk participants, and repairing radios that may disrupt positive neighborhood chakras. She even paid an energy consultant to study the spiritual damage my ham radio antenna was causing the HOA's collective aura. I'm not making this up. Court day arrives, all the drama Gloria could ever want, just not in the way she'd hoped. She comes in with a custom sash road steward and a trifold board titled "Common Paths Heal Lonely Men, a case study in community integration through involuntary infrastructure sharing." My lawyer's got a dolly stacked with documents, my deed, every survey since 1978. And for the win, a sworn statement from the late notary's daughter. My mother hasn't notarized anything since 2004. She's been busy with the afterlife. On the stand, Gloria argues dead serious that since HOA members can see my property, it's been emotionally annexed and therefore falls under their rules. She actually says my person is architecturally approved by proximity. The judge just stares. Miss Pennington, are you trying to annex this man like he's a disputed territory, Gloria, with a straight face? I prefer the term shepherding your honor. We're just shepherding lost property back into the communal fold. There's this stunned silence broken only by a board member quietly sobbing, probably thinking about those non-refundable kazoos coming out of their legal fund. The judge's decision comes down like a hammer. The road is mine. The HOA's paperwork is fraudulent. Gloria and the HOA are permanently barred from ever stepping foot putting up a sign or holding an event on my land. Gloria herself gets slammed liable for slander of title and trespass, owes me $75,000 in damages, $32,000 for legal fees, and her fake dedication of easement gets sent straight to the county prosecutor. But wait, there's more. Judge leans in, practically sighs, and tells Gloria, feelings are not a plat map. Wishes are not easements. And your personal philosophy about community wellness does not override property law. The prosecutor means business too. Gloria gets 300 hours of community service repainting real public crosswalks, not leading wellness walks plus probation, a $10,000 fine, and maybe best of all, a 5-year ban from running anything involving property. And when the judge reads the sentence, you should have seen Gloria's face. Pure disbelief followed by rage. Then this looked like her brain just hit a 404 error. She even asks if she can serve her hours organizing wellness walks. The judge's "absolutely not" echoes off the walls like a gavel of common sense. So yeah, that's how I got my peace and quiet back and the right to drink my coffee in solitude without kazoo sashes or HOA-sanctioned spiritual audits. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Where's the line between community and control? Ever dealt with a neighbor or an HOA that tried to annex a little too much? Drop your wildest HOA tales or just tell me where you stand on property rights and community spirit. And hey, if you've made it this far, don't forget to share your thoughts below. Who knows, maybe your comment will be the next crazy story to top this one.